My biggest regret,
I feel like crap. I look like crap.
my biggest regret is
It wasn't this.
I really regret not having.
So my regret is that
I'm not a regretter in general because everything happens for a reason.
Hey Carnivores, SB fam, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Bella the Steak and Butter Gal. As always, drop a comment down below and let me know how you all are doing on your carnivore journeys. And feel free to follow me on Instagram at Steak and Butter Gal for even more carnivore content, tips, tricks, and recipes. So this video is a special one because I got to meet some of the most amazing carnivore experts in the community. I got to hang out with them, learn from them, and work alongside them for the filming of Reversed Season 3, which is all about the carnivore diet. So you can imagine how excited and honored I was to be invited to be on this show and to sit alongside these amazing carnivores who I look up to, who literally convinced me to go carnivore. There were so many amazing carnivores there that I had to film a couple snippets with each of these experts, asking them this simple question: what is their biggest regret in their health and nutrition journeys? So stay tuned, keep watching to see all of their answers to this question. I'll also be sharing some behind the scenes footage, photos, and what we ate in Costa Rica. I did also want to mention that many of these carnivores I have interviewed and featured on my YouTube channel before. So I will make sure to link all of the interviews featuring these amazing carnivores down below in the description box. And if you want to learn from them, meet them live on Zoom to submit your questions for each of these experts, I will be inviting them to my community, the Steak and Butter Gang, as guest speakers in the months to come. I do monthly 30-day carnivore challenges, and I always feature a unique guest panel of brilliant carnivore guest speakers to make sure that the community is inspired and well informed. So if you're looking for a carnivore community to get support from and a team of coaches and carnivore doctors to get answers and guidance, come join the Steak and Butter Gang and our next 30-day carnivore challenge by going to sbgmeetup.com or by clicking the links down below in the description box. All right, so without further ado, let's roll in the footage of me in Costa Rica with these amazing carnivore guests. So I'm here with the legendary Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Anthony Chaffee. What is your biggest regret in your health and nutrition journey so far? Your biggest regret?
my biggest regret is that I waited so damn long to get started and that I was so ignorant about nutrition for so many years in my medical practice. That's by far my biggest regret, and the harm that I did because of my ignorance. And so that's why I do what I do, to try to make up for that.
I would say the exact same thing. As soon as I got back onto a carnivore diet and I felt so amazing, I looked back at my life and realized how I felt pretty awful my whole life. And I've been quite upset that I haven't been doing this my entire life and haven't actually developed and grown the way I would have had I been carnivore since birth or before birth, if my mother was doing carnivore. I think that if you look at the fossil record before the agricultural revolution, our ancestors were taller, their brains were bigger, their jaws and teeth were better developed, their bodies were better developed. And I think that we all have lost out on that development. And so I really regret not having been doing this my entire life.
Dr. Berry and
So now I'm here with Dr. Kiltz. What is your biggest regret in your health and nutrition journey?
Bella, thank you for just sharing all of your amazing energy. You are inspiring. That I didn't learn about carnivore when I was younger. That's really it. And it's sort of an amazing new endeavor for me that I've been doing about 12 years. And before that, it was keto, paleo, and Atkins. But no matter, it struggled to feel better. But when I went carnivore, it was the very best I've ever felt. And I still feel this way. And so I'm not a regretter in general because everything happens for a reason. But that number one is I met you earlier and I became carnivore earlier.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Kiltz. Check out that view. So carnivores, I finally got a chance to pull the beautiful Kelly Hogan aside so I can ask her my 2 questions for this video. Firstly, Kelly, how are you liking Costa Rica?
Oh my gosh, what is not to love? There are mountains, blue skies, carnivores, and meat. It's everything I could ever want.
Was it what you expected?
Oh, it's much better. I was a nervous wreck. I was like having trouble sleeping. I was so nervous about it all. You were the only one, no, you and Dr. Kiltz were the only one I'd ever met before coming here. So that's a factor of like, oh my gosh, I hope they like me.
Everybody loves you.
Everybody loves you too. And it turns out these are the nicest people you could ever spend time with.
Absolutely.
And then food, unlike most spending time with nice people, food is bountiful of everything we can love and eat. So it's perfect.
I wish we could never leave and just stay here for
Have
life.
a carnivore commune here on this hill.
I know. What is your biggest regret in your health and nutrition journey?
Well, for my first 5 years, when I really changed my health around, after my doctor said, you got to cut out the carbs and just eat meat. That's really all I knew. Which is so good. I mean, like, how could that go wrong? But I didn't have anybody. And so there were times when I was eating far too lean and I wasn't feeling good and I didn't know why. I'm like, I'm still eating just meat. Nobody had ever said, butter might make you feel better. Nobody. Because I had no one. Just this one amazing conversation with a doctor. And 5 years was based off of that. What if, Bella, I had done the search 4 years earlier or 5 years earlier, and the search was, is it safe to eat meat? And that's the day I found community and I found some people. And that was the day I got off of diet soda. That was the day I added fat and everything changed. Yes. And then for that next 13 years, like, what if it could be by now 18 years of feeling this good? And it was already better, but it wasn't this. So I wish I could have skipped that first 5 years of just being alone and figuring it out. What am I doing wrong? And could have met the carnivore sooner.
Yeah. So I finally got a chance to hang out with Dr. Ovadia here, who just arrived today, or last night, but on set today. Dr. Ovadia, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. It is so exciting to be here with all these fabulous experts. The guests are amazing. Charles is amazing. Really glad that I finally made it down here. Took a little bit of effort. The travel was a little extensive, but it was well worth it.
So first question for you, Dr. Ovadia, what is your biggest regret in your health and nutrition journey?
Yeah, my biggest regret is really that it took me so long to start on my journey, to really start thinking about how the food that I was eating was impacting my health. I went such a long time in such poor health and not recognizing that it was because of the food that I was eating. And once I started thinking about that, all the magic happened.
We are on set, getting ready for a full day, our last full day. Check out this view. Everybody's eating breakfast inside. Hi, Dawn. Dawn is amazing. Hi, babe. How's everything?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's hot.
How do you like Costa Rica? This is our first time here.
Yeah, I'm about to jump in that pool.
You're gonna go swimming today. Yeah. I am here with the amazing Dr. Tony Hampton. Dr. Hampton, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. We're having a good time in Costa Rica for sure.
Loving it. It's so much fun. And we are wrapping up today. How was the experience for you so far?
Oh, it's been great. And also just to connect with the clients. I just think that if they know we're real people and they know we care, they're more likely to kind of know they're going to have the support they need to be successful. So it's really nice to give them that. And then you get that love right back. So I love it. Absolutely.
Absolutely. What is your biggest regret in your health and nutrition journey?
Okay, so some of it is personal, but most of it is also how I interact with my patients. So to be honest with you, when I learned that carnivore, ketovore was a healing approach for nutrition, it was so amazing that I just wanted everybody to become a carnivore, right?
That's right.
So my regret is that when I first started my journey, I wasn't patient with my patients. So it was kind of a struggle for me to just pause and meet people where they are and allow them to kind of come to that when they were ready. So in the past, I would get so frustrated. Don't you understand you can reverse your diabetes? Don't you understand we can improve your blood pressure? But now it's like, I understand why people struggle. And when you understand why people struggle, you'll then try to figure out, well, what are they struggling with? And how can you help them through that struggle? And once you figure that out, again, it could be a relationship issue. And once you figure that out and say, well, let's get some support for your relationship, who will then support you as you try this journey? That's the type of approach I take now. And what I found is that people will surprise you a year later, 6 months later. They come there like, oh, you haven't said anything about my weight or my A1C. And they just, something clicked, or that struggle was resolved. So for me, the biggest regret is having not recognized that in the beginning. And now that I do, I'm getting more people who are really able to engage in this type of dietary pattern.
That is excellent. That's why you are such a fantastic doctor.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Can I bottle that and send it somewhere?
Of course. So I have the wonderful Coach Bronson with me here. First, how's Costa Rica so far for you?
God, it's absolutely amazing. I need this every day when I wake up. You can't have a bad day when you wake up to the blue sky, the sun, and everything else.
Agreed. What is your biggest regret with your health and nutrition journey?
With mine, probably starting as late as I did and not really caring until I realized, holy crap, what's going on? Like, I feel like crap. I look like crap. My life, I'm depressed, like all of these things, and waiting until I was in my mid-30s to really decide to make a change. So it doesn't really matter how old you are once you get to that point, but if you're watching this and anybody's wondering, like, what do I do? Just do something. Start now, because it's not going to get any better.
Yeah. Oh, can you share your age? Because I was shocked.
So I've been on this journey for about 12 years. I'm 50 years old. I started in my late 30s.
He's 50 years old and he looks phenomenal. His personality is like, I vibed with it so much.
That's an interesting point, is all of us here, we all vibed.
Yeah.
Like there's everybody here as the experts on the show, all different backgrounds, different ages, different educations, different experiences, but we're all here for the same reason, trying to help people.
Yeah.
And we're all about, no matter what idea you have about why this is working, the answer is the same.
Yes.
Eat meat. Don't eat crap, right?
Absolutely. And a huge shout out and thank you to Maria Emmerich for making us such delicious meals throughout the Costa Rica experience. I didn't get a chance to ask her for her biggest regret, but I did get to ask her the following very important question. Also, I linked her excellent carnivore cookbook down below in the description. Hey guys, so I'm here with the legendary Maria Emmerich. What are your best tips for children who want to get healthier, eat carnivore, and for parents who have children who are kind of stubborn, they don't want to eat meat? Like, what are your best tips for that?
For parents, they don't have money and they don't have a car, right? So like they're eating what you provide. And so say they go to school or they go to parties, you can control what's in your house, right? Like what's in the house is what's in the house. Maybe they do stuff outside the house, but you are in charge of their health and their palates. I mean, I don't know, like making food tasty is helpful because like, you know, just learning how to cook a little bit better maybe. Like I have a lot of tips in there. Using things like fish sauce adds another layer of flavor, I think. Like there's a lot of carnivore things. Like say you can't get a smoker. Redmond does a smoke salt and it's just salt with smoke that's smoked. So I think just little things like adding flavor to foods will help not only you stay on it, but your kids enjoy the food more.
Exactly.
Like we're making deviled eggs right now with butter mayo. Who doesn't want that? Right?
And speaking of being new to the carnivore diet, adaptation symptoms can sometimes be very uncomfortable. So if you're having leg cramps, low energy, headaches, that could be a sign that you are not taking in enough electrolytes. So you can either salt your carnivore meals a little bit more generously, or you can start taking something like this, electrolyte supplements from Element. This brand in particular is extremely high quality and very clean. The flavor that I always recommend is this teal colored version. It is called raw unflavored because it has no stevia, no flavorings, nothing but the 3 electrolytes that our body needs. They come in these cute little packets. You can throw it in your bag and take it on the go, put it in the beverage of your choice, mix it up, drink it down, and you are good to go. You guys can all get a free sample pack with any purchase, and in this sample pack you get all of their flavors, including the one that I recommend, the raw unflavored. Just go to the URL shown on the screen, drinklmnt.com/SBGAL. And I've also linked it down below in the description box if you want a clickable link. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications to not miss my future videos. And I will be releasing even more videos and footage from my time in Costa Rica with these experts. I actually asked a couple of other questions with all of these experts, so I'll be releasing more videos with these amazing carnivores very soon. So make sure you're subscribed to my channel to not miss the footage. And finally, if you're looking for an awesome meat-eating carnivore tribe to belong to, where you can get 24/7 accountability, chat boxes to stay on track and connected with real-life carnivores who are just like you, and a whole team of carnivore coaches and doctors to get guidance and support from, come join the Steak and Butter Gang. It is open 24/7, 365 days a year, and it is off social media. You also get access to 8 hours of live Zoom calls every single week to ask your questions, to ask for help, troubleshooting, and support, and to work with the absolute best, most experienced carnivore coaches and carnivore doctors. A lot of experts featured in this video, by the way, you get to meet and learn from in the Steak and Butter Gang. So for more details, just go to sbgmeetup.com or click the links down below to join us. See you all in my next video. Have a beautiful rest of your day.